Hello everyone, I am Amin Jamal. Welcome to IS Baba's Current Affairs Prelims to the Point. I will be discussing 5 topics and 5 MCQs on daily basis which are important from our prelims perspective. So let us start. These are the 5 topics we are going to cover today. Recently in the Hindu newspaper there was a news about US President nominating Indian American Ashok Michael Pinto as the representative to the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. So let us see what is relevant from our prelims perspective. We will be talking about World Bank and World Bank Group. So let's start by World Bank Group. It has 189 members and it is a group of 5 institutions. It is working for sustainable solution to reduce poverty and bring prosperity in developing countries. So it works with national government, private sector, civil society, institutions, etc. And what are the issues that they take up? It's about food, climate change, conflict, education, agriculture, finance and trade. It is headquartered in Washington. And World Bank is 2 institutions together, IBRD and IDA. So let us see what are the 5 institutions here. So we have IBRD, we have IDA, we have IFC, we have MEGA, we have ICSID. So IBRD, it was established in 1944. It gives loan credit and grants and focus on middle income countries. Now, International Development Association, that is IDA. This was established in 1960 and its focus is on low or no interest loans to the low income countries. Next one is International Finance Corporation. This was established in 1956 and it focuses on investment and advice to the companies and governments. Next is Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. This was established in 1988 and this ensures lenders and investors against political risk. Next is International Center for Settlement of Investment Dispute. This was established in 1966 and it settles dispute between investor and the respective country. See some of the historical evolution here. Bretton Woods Conference, that is known as UN Monetary and Financial Conference, that took place. 44 nations took part in it. India was one of them. This happened in 1944. This took place in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, US. So this is also called Bretton Woods Institution, and 2 institutions are there, World Bank and IMF. They both are known as Bretton Woods twins. This conference took place because international finances and monetary order after the World War II was disturbed. So the focus was this, and this led to the creation of IBRD and IMF. So IBRD has board of governors and board of directors. It raises most of funds in world's financial market. Now IFC focuses on private sector. So it is a private sector arm of World Bank, and Global Trade Finance Program is under IFC. India is not a member of ICSID. So because it feels that it is not fair, there is no system for review because its decision is final and binding, and it favors more the developed countries. ICSID award, that is under Article 53 of this convention, is final and binding, and India does not subscribe to this. So this was about the World Bank Group. Now we will be moving to the next news. DRDO's UV disinfection tower was in news, and also electrostatic disinfection technology transferred for commercialization. This was in news in PIB. So let us see how this is relevant for our prelims. UV disinfection tower technology by DRDO and electrostatic disinfection technology by CSIR organization is Central Scientific Instrument Organization, Chandigarh. This is under CSIR. So let us see. DRDO developed this ultraviolet disinfection tower for chemical-free disinfection. So UV blaster is a UV based sanitizer, and this is helpful for disinfecting high technology surfaces like computers, laptop, etc. And this can be operated through mobile and laptop remotely. So 6 lamps are present here and each is of 43 watts. It emits UV light of wavelength 245 nm in 360 degree of illumination. So in case of human intervention accidentally, the device will be switched off automatically. So DRDO was also in news because of Atulya. It is microwave sterilizer to help disinfecting COVID-19. Also, it was in news because it also developed a kiosk for sample collection. Now we'll move to electrostatic disinfection technology. So it is based on electrostatic principle. It uses specialized solution combined with air and atomized by electrode inside the sprayer. So the spray contains positively charged mist, and these particles are able to adhere to the surfaces and objects. Disinfection of hard to reach surfaces is also possible. Optimum use of disinfectant is there, so it is efficient and it is cost saving. Now we'll move to the next news. Water quality of the river was recently in news, and in the Indian Express newspaper there was article about no effluent, Yamuna water is much cleaner. Also, there was a interview that was published in the Indian Express about water availability good, but states will now find it difficult on spending on project. So this was the interview with Gajendra Singh Shekhawat sir. He is the Jal Shakti minister. Also talked about the clean rivers and how it is helping the ministry. So let us what is relevant to our examination perspective. We'll see some related terms here. We'll talk about biochemical oxygen demand. We'll talk about chemical oxygen demand, dissolved oxygen, and eutrophication and dead zone. What is biochemical oxygen demand? It is the amount of oxygen needed by the microorganism to decompose the organic matter under aerobic reaction. So a lot of organic matter is present in the water body. Then lot of biochemical oxygen demand will be there because the microorganism will be needing this much dissolved oxygen to decompose this. Therefore, more the organic waste is in the water body, more will be its biochemical oxygen demand. So that means higher the BOD, poor the water quality. What is chemical oxygen demand? This is slightly a better way to measure the pollution of water body. It is the amount of oxygen in parts per million required to oxidize organic and oxidizable inorganic compound. Now, what is dissolved oxygen? To put simply, it is the amount of oxygen that is dissolved and that is present in water which is needed for aquatic life to survive. So, more the dissolved oxygen, higher will be the quality of water. What is eutrophication and dead zone? Eutrophication is a process in which water body becomes overly enriched with nutrients. So this leads to lot of plant life growth like algal bloom. So over enrichment of this water body can happen both naturally, for example floods, or anthropogenic reasons can also be there like dumping of industrial waste in water bodies. So this leads to growth of algal blooms, zooplanktons, microorganism, and this leads to depletion of dissolved oxygen. When the dissolved oxygen deplete, it leaves less oxygen for other life forms, so they start to die. Therefore dead zone is created. We have seen green patches in the ponds, etc. So that is because of eutrophication. Moving to the next news. So the Saras collection was in news and there was this article in PIB. So let us see how this is relevant for our prelims. So Saras collection was launched in Government e-Marketplace portal. It was launched on May 4th, 2020, and Ministry of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj launched the Saras collection. What is the aim? Its aim is to promote daily utilities made by self-help groups. So this is a joint effort of Ministry of Rural Development, Government e-Marketplace, and Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission. So self-help groups these products will be listed in 5 categories. So the categories will be office accessories, handicrafts, handloom and textile, grocery and pantry, personal care and hygiene. So these self-help group are from 11 different states. We'll also see something about Government e-Marketplace. This is a one-stop portal to facilitate online procurement of common use goods and services required by various government department, organization and PSUs. So the aim here is transparency, efficiency and speedy service. It gives platform for e-bid reverse e-auction. Also, it also does demand aggregation. So it is paperless and it is cashless. Directorate General of Supplies and Disposal, together with National E-Governance Division of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, they have developed it, and it was launched in 2016. It is under Ministry of Commerce and Industry and procurement by ministries and central public sector enterprises is mandatory through this government e-marketplace. Now we'll be moving to the next news. Arogya Setu app was lot in news, and also Arogya Mitra platform was launched recently. You can see here government launches Arogya Setu app, a Bluetooth based COVID-19 tracker. And there was a news about these sort of apps. Apple and Google, they ban use of location tracking in contact tracing act. So this was also in news. Let us see about Arogya Setu app and Arogya Setu Mitra portal. It is developed by Electronics and IT Ministry under guidance of National Informatics Center. It is a public-private partnership. This Arogya Setu app, it is available in 11 languages. It was launched on 2nd April 2020 to bring people of India together to fight against COVID-19. So it enables people to assess themselves the risk of their catching the coronavirus infection. Also, this application uses Bluetooth and GPS of smartphone to inform the user if he is in a radius of 6 feet from a COVID-19 infected person. So Bluetooth technology, algorithms and artificial intelligence are the tools here. Personal data collected by the app is encrypted. So data security is there. The government says the data extracted are to be shared only to Government of India, and the privacy policy of application clearly states that the user data extracted will not be shared with the third party. There was a news, Apple and Google are also working for data privacy in app related to new system of contact tracing. Also about Arogya Setu Mitra. This was launched in partnership with Swasth Foundation, Tata Health, Tech Mahindra, and the feature is to be available in the Arogya Setu application itself. So this will offer free COVID-19 related consultation with the data provided by the 3 private sector firms and government entities. So it will perform as an individual site, and so it cannot access the data of Arogya Setu app. This initiative was started on advice of Niti Aayog and principal and scientific advisor to the Prime Minister. So we have seen 5 news and related information that are important from our prelims perspective. Now we'll see 5 MCQs. Which of the following issues the Global Economic Prospects Report periodically? So the answer is World Bank here. The Ease of Doing Business Index is also issued by World Bank. Moving to the next MCQ. Consider the following statement about electrostatic force and electromagnetic force. Electrostatic force is the force between charges which are not moving relative to each other. So yes, electrostatic itself means, static itself means particles that are not moving. So this statement is correct. Electromagnetic force is the force between charges and the magnetic field where they may be moving. So this is correct. Electromagnetic force can be created without an electric field. This cannot be created without an electric field. Electromagnetic forces include electrostatic force. That is correct. So there is electrostatic force also working there and magnetic forces also. So this electrostatic force comes under electromagnetic force here. So we are seeing this because disinfection technology is based on electrostatic principle. The answer here will be D, 1, 2 and 4. Moving to the next MCQ. Biochemical oxygen demand is in standard criteria for. We'll see the option: measuring oxygen level in blood, computing oxygen level in forest ecosystem, pollution assay in aquatic ecosystem, assessing oxygen level in high altitude regions. So our answer is pollution assay in aquatic ecosystem. This was from the previous year question. The SARAS collection, which was recently in news, is related to public procurement, bird watching, stamp archives, GI tags. So it is related to public procurement. So answer is A. Next question. Consider the following statement about Arogya Setu app. It has been developed by Ministry of Electronics and IT under guidance of NIC. This statement is correct. The app allows third party like hospitals to readily use data from the app to enhance the quality of medical care given to COVID-19 patient. So the data from this app will not be shared by the third party. So this is incorrect. Option will be option A, one only. So we have seen 5 MCQs and we have seen 5 topics. That was all for today. Also subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell icon